Oh, now it's right.
Even those miserable sunny days abate when we feel your seething hate. Even Brighton halls hold no fear, just so long as you are near. God, what a bunch of simps.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Player Guides. My name is Nate,
I'm Tom.
I am Cameron.
and we are playing Chrono Trigger. We have Tom experiencing it for the first time. We're using the DS version, and I think currently we are investigating the mystery of a disappearing friend and the queen who is supposedly kidnapped. We are in a version of Guardia that we're not familiar with. It seems much drearier than what we were exposed to at the fair.
What did we do last?
So we went to the castle, and it turns out that our friend Thumbs was masquerading as the queen because they are a dead ringer for Queen Leene.
That's right. Okay.
But then they disappeared, and it was revealed by Velma that Thumbs is a descendant of Leene. And because nobody ever went to find her, now that they thought they found her now, she's been unwritten from history. So we have to go find.
Yeah, very much a Back to the Future situation.
Yes.
Okay.
And then,
And Tom, I don't know if you remember, but last time you went and checked out this, like before we met the Thumbs again, what's he doing on screen?
he's telling you to get moving.
I let him go for a
You
second.
went and checked out
Very
like
impatient.
a suspicious church that was
The one up,
like
up
it was
here?
felt shady. Yeah, that one on the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manolia Cathedral. I
Yeah.
believe.
So it might be a good time to go check this one out one more time.
Oh, there's
Item?
a sparkly on the ground.
What did you find? Oh, it's Velma. A hairpin.
Vel-
Hey, this is
Okay.
Guardia's royal crest.
Oh yeah, because they said she had a coral hairpin that she never went without, and you just found it here on the floor. Oh, so no wonder they wanted to eat us. They were monsters the whole time.
Yeah.
Critical hit.
Attack.
So,
Okay.
yeah. That's all I
Oh yeah,
got.
beat him up.
There's two
And yeah,
guys.
I don't know if you remember, Tom, but just like you showed there, like depending on the enemy positions, if you use area of attack attacks, you can hit
Yeah,
more than
that's why I
one.
was doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Remember, I got attacks and I got regular attacks, so it's just simple enough. I don't got to think about it too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
now.
It gets more in depth. It doesn't get any there's no exceptions to the rules really. It's just you have more options that for different prices, and then different element affiliations as well. Some
Right.
might heal opponents. Some might be super effective. Who knows?
Oh, I see. So because Velma has slow,
Yeah, her
her
bar.
bar is slowing faster. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Same thing with
Neat.
haste as well. Earn 4 TP.
I got 4 toilet papers.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be March of 2020.
All right, so there's that. Whew, wasn't expecting that. Ow. Ack.
Convenient. Oh, it's
Oh.
the frog dude. I've seen art
He has
of
the
him.
best theme in the entire
Yeah.
game, in my opinion. Lower your guard, and you will allow the enemy in.
Who lowered whose guard?
You've come to save the queen? The fiend's lair lies within, it would seem. Will you accompany me?
How come he doesn't say ribbit? All anthropomorphic animals always gotta speak their one.
You're
thing.
Garf, it's a giant talking frog. You know, you can't stand, I can't stand frogs. I suppose I ought not expect you to trust me, looking as I do. Very well, do as you please, but I must save the queen.
So they were talking about he was transformed into a frog, right? Or is he a frog like person by?
it's
I don't know if
a
that's been
mystery.
revealed yet.
Yeah, nothing has been revealed of his past lately. You don't seem like a bad frog. Person.
You're not wearing a black leather jacket with spikes on it, so you clearly must not be a bad frog.
Did you just assume my species?
Go
What should we do, Gar? Yeah, frog
frogging
is
out.
Frog's fucking awesome. Frog might be one of the best party members ever.
You gotta have at least one anthropomorphic animal
Mhm.
character in your
I'd say
RPG.
he's a paladin. He's got a lot of really good offensive stuff, but he's got some heals to him as well when you get him. Oh yeah, what are you gonna call him? Kremit?
Forg.
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 Excellent. Look at that
I
big
do
ass
love
arm.
his flex animation because they're like little sprites to like give it that dynamic animation. They make his arm like quadruple in size. Like what the
Yeah.
I just assume that he's like slightly Gumby-ish.
Yeah.
I think maybe
You
like
know
the
that-
old Digimon games had that too, or like the old PS1 games had the icons like super like exaggerated to show what it was.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm already at 3 party members. That's fast.
Yeah, and this is the maximum you will ever have. Is just
Right, that
switching them out for whoever.
That's interesting because in most JRPGs it was usually 4 because 4, 8, all that good stuff with computers. It makes sense to have an even number. I think I'm playing the piano, but I can't hear it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll play the piano to reveal the door. Wow, that's convenient. Is there anything
Yeah,
else you should do with party
it
members?
is
think
one of
that's
those
it.
things where like they don't need to explain it to the player
I'd
because
heal
like
up though.
Yeah.
people instinctively will just mess around with the organ. Garf. I like that Garf. Like I imagine every time he says his name, it is a shout.
Yeah,
compared
that's why I
to
have it
Roman
in all
Forg.
caps.
He's got
Yeah.
like Tourette's that is named him after what he says.
Yeah.
Nah. So can I rest at inns in this game, or how does that work?
Yes, you
Yes,
can.
you can. So one of these buildings, we'll say like
Truce
in. There
Inn.
you go.
10G.
Sure. I don't know how much G I have, but
I think you have a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, G is. I assume it's not actually gold because holy crap.
Gil or something. Yeah.
And there's another one of those mysterious boxes. However,
open
will we
it.
get?
Can't open it.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, we've already been here and did all that.
Yep.
I love that he fucking hops instead of walking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah. A
just
ton
hope he
of time
doesn't
and
have to
care
do
went
that.
into these.
All right.
Yeah.
What a
These
shit
animations are
comparison.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So, are either of you guys getting any of the new systems that just launched? Right, the PS5 just came out, and the
Yeah.
Xbox is
And the
out or
Xbox
coming out.
Series X1, X5, X whatever.
So I'll admit, now that I'm like gaming on PC, I've stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
same
haven't really
thing with
been
me.
noticing it. I'll try them out, but I don't really have any plans on buying any of them.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's like an upgraded Switch that comes out, I think there's one
Yeah.
planned eventually. I'll look into that, but beyond that, I don't care. I'm mostly PC and Nintendo now, because eventually, I mean, aside from having to wait a little bit longer, all those games eventually come out for either Steam or individually anyway. So what do I care?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a game that is out that I want to play that is not available on PC. The closest thing I think is God of War, that one that came out a while ago, but
Yeah. Dad of War.
Oh, the new one looks great from what I've seen.
I've watched
Yeah.
playthroughs of it. It's a pretty cool game. They do a
But-
great job of continuing the story and progressing Kratos as
It's
a
the
character.
best example of dialogue while you're like walking or doing stuff in the game.
Yeah.
I've seen.
you can go up into that door,
Yeah, I was doing that. I wanted to see
clear the hallway
like,
first.
Yeah, I have a weird I don't have like a right hand rule when I play these games, but I will like I'm gonna go down this hallway a little bit, and then if I don't see anything in like 10 steps, then I'm just gonna walk back and then try the door. Because I usually try
I
and
think
get
you
the
also
side
have
stuff
those
first.
chests right there too. You can
Yeah,
open those.
that was what I was gonna
Yeah.
get to in these dudes. So are these like
They're like
hypnos,
gargoyle things, yeah.
like hypnos from Pokemon with wings and sunglasses? All right, so this is not terribly hard.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't like that. I don't
you
have
beat
to-
this is one thing that I don't think Chrono Trigger does that I liked in Paper Mario and in Earthbound, which is if like fights get to the point where you're gonna one-shot enemies, it doesn't just auto-resolve really quickly instead of like putting you through the animation.
Yeah.
I wish that was something included.
Mm-hmm. Earthbound actually takes it a step further, and depending on your approximation of initiation of the fight,
Oh, yeah, they'll run away
grant
from you,
advantage.
right?
And sometimes if you're like at a pseudo high level, for the area, you might not. I mean, if you go face to face, you might have to fight them, but if you surprise them, it'll auto win.
Yeah, exactly.
That was cool too. I like the distinction they make.
Yeah, it made the overworld fights more interesting because the way you approach.
Yeah, and enemies
how
move
the-
different ways too. I mean, I guess they
It
kind of
also
do in this
just
one.
speeds up the game. which I like. There's no like there at a certain point in RPGs, there's a level discrepancy that exists that like it's not interesting. It's just a waste of time. Like the startup animation, the action animation, and the end animation is eating up your time to play when you know that you're gonna win. And I love when games are like, okay, we get it. You don't have to worry about it. Let's just move on to the next thing.
You get the idea. It's fine.
Yeah. That's has I guess because we played between the three of us, we played a good amount of different RPGs and JRPGs. Nate, your favorite I think is Earthbound, right?
I would say
Chrono
Earthbound
Trigger's a close
and Chrono
second.
Trigger are like my nebulous top 2.
Yeah, Earthbound for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, I love this bit. What's with these disguises? Hurry up and change. No need to be walking around like humans in here.
How come this room determined that, but the guys in the hallway just immediately knew I was an enemy?
Well, this is the break room.
Right. Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, who'd go into the break room is not an enemy, you know?
I hate
Oh, so
pretending to be human. They're so smelly and repulsive. It's demeaning. Burp. Walk,
pretending
walk,
to be
walk.
humans?
Stress about work. I'm
Yeah,
a
you
human.
remember how the nuns up in the front room were
Oh,
pretending to be
okay.
humans? They
Yeah.
have insurgents.
The ones we ate last time weren't so bad, and those 2 soldiers we caught look plump and juicy. Tee-hee-hee.
Interesting.
Lovely.
Yakura?
Yakra's a genius. His plan to imprison the Chancellor and take on his role worked like magic. So it looks like that Chancellor who we met last episode, who was acting strangely, is an imposter.
Dun dun dun.
Inspect the Fiend Lord statue before my shift starts.
So
Oh,
there's
a pious one, are you?
yeah, I guess I'll do that too.
Oh, look, everyone we were looking for. So very kind.
So they know I'm okay. Take your shit if you don't care then.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's all glowy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be just from the lights,
sun.
like
Yeah.
the windows behind them.
Did you
But
by
it
chance
does
come to
make
see
them
it,
look-
too? Okay. All right, and then. Oh yeah. So they're all like, please pass the time here until Yakra.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no!
Time.
They see through your ruse.
Ah, they're all just red, yeah.
Snakes!
Snakes.
Snake. Oh, can't do that.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I think for me, my favorite RPG is still the Thousand Year Door for Paper Mario.
Oh yeah.
But it has a lot of similar, like, mechanical things, like Chrono Trigger and Earthbound, where there's an active battle system, so you're not, like, just auto-pressing A through the fights.
Mm-hmm.
It auto-beats, like, weaker enemies, so you go through that, and then it's got the same, like, cheeky sense of humor that Earthbound did.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. And I think that's where, like, I don't consider myself a strong JRPG fan
Mm-hmm.
because I don't love what people consider like the quintessential members of the franchise or of the genre. Like, I'm not a huge Final Fantasy person or Phantasy
through
Star
9.
or any of that crap.
We weren't really growing up either, I
Yeah.
don't think. Like, we had 1 or 2 of the games, but it wasn't like a big staple.
Yeah. 8 confused the hell out of me when I was younger. 7 was really cool, but it was on a system I never had, so I grew up with friends who knew it really well and would show me, and it was one of those things I'm like, oh, I mean, I don't have a system like this, but it would be so cool. But so
yeah, it was never an
7, but-
objective to get those games.
Yeah.
It was cool if people had them, but it was never.
Yeah, I'm familiar with 7 and 8. I know 6 pretty well now. 9 was fun. I got to play that for a bit, and then some of the older ones I never really got a chance to try, but I respect it because they were innovative for their time. But 10 I saw played a bunch, and it didn't really interest me. And then after that, I kind of fell off the entire thing. Once 10.2 came out, I'm like, all right, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, 10.2 really it wasn't anything about the game structure, but the core message of the game was like, oh, did 10 make you sad? Well, here's something nice that happened that invalidates the entire message of 10 because we can't have our fans be sad. And I was like, ah, fuck.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
there are humans in here.
Try and
Yeah.
steal our bromide, huh?
Why is bromide
Get
so
him.
important to them?
I don't know.
Isn't bromide...
It's what they use to clean their mirrors.
I was like, isn't bromide used in, like... Mechanically, yeah. Who lives? So is it like a good strategy just like wait here until... Okay.
Oh, you got him.
Oh,
Got him
no,
in
never
one.
mind. That I usually don't use combos if I can just single
Yeah.
fire him down, but in that case it seemed more appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Slurp slash.
Oh, X Strike. X Strike is one of the best dual techs, I think, in the game.
Huh.
It's just...
Are there elements in this game, or is it all just sort of...
There's elements. There's lightning, fire, water, and ice. And there's also shadow, but not really. But yes.
Oh, I forgot. It also tells me what age. Manolia Cathedral, Middle Ages. Okay.
Yep. We are 600 AD.
Yep.
whereas
And
the arc
that's
space
revealed
time-
now because you figured out where you are. I think, obviously, this game has time traveling in it multiple times. So every time you go to a new age, it's going to be like question mark, question mark, question mark until you figure out where and
Yeah.
when you are.
Right. Steel saber. How do I know? So
Okay.
it looks like my weapon is like a katana, but Forg has the big ass.
Yeah, he has like a broadsword.
Yes.
He has
Okay,
like the
so
knife
The
I-
icons have to match,
yeah.
so you'll like Chrono can only equip
Yeah.
katana
Right.
weapons, and Frog can only equip broadswords.
So
Let's
I
see.
think that has spikes in front of it. I
Yes.
guess.
However, there is you can get around those spikes. I will say that. It took me a while, and I will save us the trouble. If you go below the spikes, you can still kind of get underneath them.
Right, but I can't get to the door.
Well, is there anything that might indicate you could get through the door?
Let me text.
In the room.
Yeah, there's,
Oh, in the room. Oh, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, it's probably like a thing.
is there anything that stands
Yeah.
out to you?
There
you
it
go.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, that
actually
one
took
took me
like
a while to
20
figure
minutes
out.
Well,
figure
because in the art, it's super hidden.
Yeah.
Strength
Strength
capsule.
capsule.
Well, and
Oh,
that's-
it's just like sensu beans.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's like an IQ capsule from Earthbound where you just
Right, it's
permanently
a permanent
increases it
thing.
by one.
I mean,
It's up to you if you want who you want to use it on. I would say
I'd say
either
it,
Garf
anything.
or Forg.
well, right, since they use.
Yeah,
strength.
anybody who
I guess I don't know. Does Velma's gun require strength? Like, what's
no,
the
that
stat?
requires accuracy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. There's
Yeah,
other.
all melee attackers will be strength based, and all projectile attackers will be accuracy based. I think.
Right.
So if you remember in the break room, they said
Human.
they had 2 guards being prepped for eating.
Right.
Yeah, this is like the slaughtering shoot.
Yeah.
Well,
I like how
Those
the one guy's
Lamia
just
were
kicking
pretty
back on the end
hot.
of the table. He's like, yep,
Yeah.
might as well settle
Yeah.
in. We ain't
So
going
that
nowhere."
one guy said that the statue of the Fiend Lord had treasure to be found. So is that back in that
Yes.
room that I was just in? Maybe.
Possibly.
up top, I think. Yeah.
Right.
But I like the idea that one guard is super calm. Like, he's a vor enthusiast. He's like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to be consumed.
yeah, those monsters are actually pretty hot. Like,
Right.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, so not gonna lie, I don't understand that fetish very well. Like, I
yeah,
know what it is,
You don't have to go into war.
but I don't know why.
You can just
people-
pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like different things. I don't
I'll heal
I don't
afterwards, but-
get it. But
Yeah, you
That's
can probably
not ours
skip
to
through
get.
quickly. I will say that
God,
Chrono Trigger
Frog is so awesome.
it has been said to be paced very well. That grinding is minimal, maybe not
Yeah.
at all. As long
I
as-
don't think you need to grind. If you fight like just whoever you meet as you go through the game, you
Yeah,
can
that's
beat.
pretty well
Well,
paced.
I guess
Yeah.
it
The combat's a
depends
nice pace,
on
not
which.
too-
It depends on which final boss you fight.
That's true too. Yeah.
But the first time through, I think it's paced very well, and after that, you have a bunch of experience already.
hmm
Right. Let's try checking that room out one last time. He said something about. Well, I guess that was the treasure.
Yeah.
The
that could
statue
be-
is not here.
There's also the middle. There's also the the middle pathway there. Or
Ah.
there might be.
Oh, great
Magus,
Magus,
Magus
Magus
the
the Great. Your eyes are brighter than the stars. Your flowing hair like waves atop the sea.
Oh, now it's right.
Even those miserable sunny days abate when we feel your seething hate. Even brighten halls hold no fear, just so long as you are near. God, what a bunch of simps.
So I think that takes care of
Maggot-senpai,
your
notice
extra
me.
life. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
your
this will
song.
take care of your extra life obligation.
No,
to your
I gotta
family.
do. I gotta do it. What was voted on? The Dawson's Creek
Every
song.
time. Oh boy. Big
Oh,
party.
oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, I don't get the vor thing, but like being strangled to death by one of the Lamia's tail while you're going down on her, like I can kind of get behind
You can
that.
kind of get into that. Wow, learning a lot about you there, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I pick a target that's dying in the middle of dying, it picks.
It'll-
them
yeah.
All right, which is fine. That's what I
Yeah.
was hoping it would do. I was just wondering.
Yeah, it'll
Some of the
auto.
old school RPGs like OG Final Fantasy, you still attack the blank slot,
Right.
and
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Which I get is kind of cool. It's because games like Into the Breach do that now, where if you have an attack planned for one spot or one slot, it still
Kind of makes you pay attention to roughly where you think the enemy is in their health.
Yeah. Oh, Velma's health went up. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I didn't.
Oh,
hear
yeah.
her.
Well, if she gains a level, she'll probably gain.
It's the one thing I will say. I don't know if it's the DS version, but it's hard to because the health is just a number out of a number. I'm not usually looking at it, so I'll go down to 20 out of 120, and I'm just not paying attention
Yeah.
because there's no
Yeah.
color indicator or anything.
Ooh, speed belt.
Sweet.
Guardian
So-
angle. All right,
More stuff.
Nice accessories.
More stuff.
So they just robbed a Justice in the mall or something, and now we've got all
Yeah.
that extra shit. I've got a Hello Kitty bracelet. Why are there so many here? This is a really weird fixation.
So that's the Fiend Lord statue, but I think those are the treasures they were
Right.
referring to.
Okay. Neat. It's very Golden Sun-esque with the the glowiness, but the detail on the statues is just good enough because of the
It's like an impression.
resolution.
Yeah.
I don't know how much work, heavy lifting this DS version does, but pretty good.
I'd say it's pretty close to
It
the
feels like
original.
if I had played it at the time it came out for the original DS, I would have assumed that it was made during that year, 2007 or something.
Yeah, it's everything from the original game with just improvements and additional content.
Right. I'm trying to imagine what the old UI would have looked like.
Similar to this, but I think it was less colorful.
Did you play it originally on the DS version, or did you play the...
I played it on the DS. I was made aware of it back in grade school, second, third grade.
I remember
'cause
seeing
I
Chrono
had friends
Trigger
who
and then
played it.
the cover art for Chrono Cross all the time.
Yeah,
I always thought they were
Chrono
the
Cross
same
was another
game.
one I caught some glimpses of as well.
That's
growing
back when there
up.
were so many JRPGs, not even just
There was an
Square
oversaturation.
Soft, but there was all the Atlas and Capcom other ones that I just kind of blended them all together. So I always played the super weird bad ones because they had some gimmick that stood out, so I could actually remember what
Right,
they were.
yeah. I remember you doing that.
Oh, I've got a whole backlist of bad games to play, or at least quote unquote bad games. There we go, lined up perfectly. That's what I wanted.
Oh yeah.
That was your flamethrower, I believe?
Yeah, because I kept reading about flamethrower. I was like, I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to experiment with your techs.
Especially when have you gotten the flamethrower spin combo yet?
Yeah, Flame Whirl. Yeah, he has that.
Yeah.
I have it. I just don't have.
He's used it once, I think.
Yeah, I used it on a room back there. I think that's how I cleared the 3 guards.
Oh right, yeah, you did do that. Used it. I think you used it once in the forest earlier
I'm
too.
getting a lot of that Athenian water stuff.
That's actually a good thing because that will help you
Yeah.
pick up a downed party member.
Let's get these guys now. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Just because you see somebody doesn't mean they don't have friends waiting. Okay, that's good.
Well, that works. Ow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, still
at least you
one
took that one out. Yeah.
Damn. All right.
There you go. That's probably enough to take
Yeah.
that thing out.
So I'd say I'm
you
not
just
not
have
looking
the
at
Viper.
specific numbers, but I'm averaging if Forg and Garv hit him.
Yeah,
it's usually death.
You'll get a sense of that. There you go. That's probably good. Yep.
I see there's kind of like an initiative thing with them too. Like even if I'm about to select 2 people in a row, sometimes they'll hit before
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
everyone
have the
has their own
same
bar.
meter. You just don't see where. Yeah.
Right.
Noise.
Right. But I don't have a tent, so it doesn't. Oh, it fills me up anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Or no? Did
No, it doesn't. You have to have a tent or a cottage or whatever the hell.
Wanna go through this door? Do you want to go? I don't know.
Do what you want.
Try to go through the center because if I do the center
World
door is
your
usually always the
oyster.
big one.
Shelter. That's the thing you
Shelter.
can use.
Okay. Oh,
Looks like
Oh,
that decision was made
fuck!
for you.
wacky funhouse. I get it.
Look at that sad little guy. Oh, he's sleeping.
Oh, stop that, you idiot! I said a million times that one's just for you. What?
What?
Sneaking past
Wait,
me. Huh?
what just happened? He just glitched.
I think he tried to run away and he fell
Oh.
down the stairs.
Because the game, he just like, I don't know, there's like a skip, but he just like launched himself up there.
Yeah,
I
he
kind of
ain't
like how
walking away
even
from this
though
one.
this is just like a regular enemy, they
It
make a
gives
whole
you-
show of it. It's like a
yeah.
whole like you caught one while he's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Like,
They do.
it's not always. It's not like
Everyone's a
Pokemon where
scenario.
it's purely random. So yeah, the stairs depressed. It's now like a slide, so you got to go this way.
I see. They all right.
Bats.
Bates.
Bates.
Fucking
Mad Bat.
Ka and shit. Did you?
Oh,
I learned the
okay.
coolest thing about bats the other day, which is so like how they use echolocation to navigate.
Yeah.
And for years, scientists have been trying to figure out like how they're so good at it that they don't run into things.
Mm-hmm.
But then like recent studies, and when I say recent, like in the last couple of years, what they found using like high frame rate photography is that it's not that bats like have some extra ability that their echolocation is perfect. They just run into shit all the time and they're kind of okay with it.
Huh.
It's just part of their lives. The
Yeah.
other thing is that bats actually have decent sight.
Yeah.
Like people think they can't see, but they actually can. It's just that when they are flying at night, it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how come Forg sometimes was hitting twice before?
Oh, so
That was
that
odd.
so if you see somebody doing that and the screen flashes white for a split second too, that's indicative of a critical hit.
Oh, okay, so he's just getting criticals. Because
yeah.
before, I mean, he did it twice. I don't know if the screen flashed.
Yeah,
but I saw him do it. Jesus.
Forg will go up and down,
So
and then
much health
Chrono
there.
will slash back and forth.
Yeah, I took a ton of damage.
Yeah,
on
you did.
Garf. I don't know how.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can use that, or you can use your shelter if you want at your.
I was gonna say, well, how much does?
Yeah, Garf
Slurp-
isn't. He's definitely a DPS character. He's not. You don't really have a tank in your party at the moment.
right.
Yeah.
He's pushing on Garf.
Yeah, I'd say
I'll have
Garf
to
is
slurp.
DPS. Forg is kind of your paladin. He's melee offense, but he's got a touch of healing on him. And then
I was gonna say Forg looks like he's more equipped for taking damage. That's why I was gonna give
Yeah.
him the defense thing. But maybe I'll put it. I don't know.
okay, so you got more stuff.
Probably not worth it to put the defense thing on Chrono if he's mostly attacking.
No entry within.
Kind of wish it was like Earthbound, so I had some kind of advantage on these guys.
Right.
Just all
That is not part of the equation, though.
beat down on a man. She's only doing 10 damage. Maybe she needs.
Oh,
to-
yeah.
Yeah. And then keep in mind. Oh, so see that how he can hit you
Yeah.
across the screen. So now you're in a different formation. That'll happen.
Oh, I
depending
see.
on-
So if you had like an attack lined up,
yeah.
You might fuck with it.
yeah.
There you
Fuck
go.
you.
And then some enemies might be more resistant to physical attacks. Over
Right, I
magic
figured
attacks,
because
but
she was doing more damage.
You guys
before.
you don't have magic right now, not yet. You guys you still have to do.
All right,
couple
we just have
things.
techs.
You learned
There we
Wind
go.
Slash though. That's pretty cool.
I learned the Inuyasha move,
Yeah.
the Soul Stealer, Iron
Iron Blood
Reaver.
Backlash.
Now they're really stacking them up.
All right. What do you got?
Yeah, that is one thing that it's it's not really a complaint about the game because it's just the way they work.
Mhm.
But I would have preferred
Thought it
if
was Forg, not
I prefer, and I don't even know if it's like a style of RPG that's common, where each fight is more of a challenge and there's just fewer of them. I think
Yeah.
now that I've played more and more games, like
Yeah, that's kind of what Nate's going through with Dark Souls. It's not an RPG
Yeah.
per se, but
Yeah.
I'd
Kara,
say
are you
I'd
keeping
call
up on
Dark
Souls
Souls
with
an
me?
RPG.
yeah,
Is-
it is. Not
Man,
JRPG.
that game's fun. It's just really hard.
Yeah. So as of us recording this episode, you had your first dedicated live stream. I watched
Yeah.
the first part of it, but I wasn't able to catch all of it.
Yeah.
How
and
did
now
it go?
that I have a level under my belt, my philosophy is that I won't go any further, but I can go to previous areas and like explore a little bit, or just grind out, or just kind of practice a bit. And I've gotten much more fluent in the controls now.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who was watching the live stream and saw that I was having problem with Lothric Knights, I can now kill those things with relative ease.
Yeah, until you take some time off, and then you have to rework that
exactly.
back up.
But I've
You won't lose the
I've grinded a
original
bit to up my
skill.
health and my stamina, so now I can hit them like 4 or 5 times and still be able to roll away.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Hypno Wave is pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially
Alright, I
if
kinda
you're
like it.
finding
Yeah,
you take a lot of damage.
Each
Um,
I'm
actually,
trying to remember all those
At
do.
this point, do we want to save and call this an
Yeah, I would say
episode?
that's about right. Because then we'll have the next section for the next episode.
Yeah, we're almost done with the cathedral.
Nice. All right,
Alright.
guys. We will catch you next time.
See ya.
Thanks for playing with us.